about we bring back Toon Link? That's what I want here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Toon Link, no.
Yes, it is indeed a Profi.
Very good, very good. Mari Krambu Weebs. My name is Cole, his name is Mike, his name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 224 of AniPro. And on this week's episode, we're continuing the gaming discussion from last week. We've got our video game hot takes. Hot takes this week.
Ooh, Cole, insert sizzle sound, because these takes, they're flaming hot.
I don't have a sizzle sound ready. I'll make one, though.
Okay. Like right now with your mouth? Okay. That's what I thought was going to happen. Ooh, let me touch. Ooh, it's hot. Those takes are hot.
Don't touch them. So we each collected and invented 3 hot takes each. So we will discuss those in the second half. First half's the usual smorgasbord of topics. So we'll just kind of be discussing maybe some upcoming manga that are ending, maybe a popular television program that is continuing. And one of us was kind of reading a book. You'll never guess who.
The one who can't literally read.
Yeah. So if any of that sounds interesting, and if you're a fan, if you like what you're seeing and hearing, please leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. That's all out of the way now. Jay, I'm going to start with you.
That's my name.
How's it going? How are you? What is on that beautiful mind of yours?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. My brain is empty and my belly is full. No, I'm kidding.
It's not full.
No,
Which
I'm
part are you
hungry,
kidding
actually.
about? I need to know.
All of it.
That was the part.
I
was going to say that's unusual because usually by the end of the recording, you're like, I have to eat, and you immediately leave. And I'm like, that boy's hungry. That boy's hungry.
No. That's that. We're still consistent. But this past Tuesday, I think it was, I went to go see the first 2 episodes of the live-action One Piece season 2 in theaters.
Yes. I think you mentioned that on the bonus episode. We have bonus episodes that are exclusive to our Patreon members. So is it as ugly as season 1 was?
It's actually better. Fun fact. Well,
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Will you watch it?
So
I'll
visually, it's about the same. But I think like in terms of both story and like a little bit of presentation, in terms of like fight choreography and stuff like that, I think that is better. And like also there's like a ton of like cool little nods to for fans to pick up on and go like, when
I know that.
Yeah,
like there's 2 characters I know for sure that got introduced in this season 2 when they technically shouldn't get introduced for like hundreds of more episodes, and people are like, "What? What is he doing here?"
That's Luffy.
There's a few. There's a few that happens too. I mean, that happens in season 1 because Garp isn't supposed to show up for like hundreds of chapters. But anyway,
yeah, that makes more sense to me than like the 2 that they threw in that I know of anyway. But like, I feel like Oda has I feel like they've decided this is gonna have a shorter runtime, so they sort of just, you know what? You got to
condense it.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to have it as a shorter runtime. Like,
there's no way if like Emily Rudd will not be playing Nami in 13 years. You know, like it'll be a little odd.
I was watching an interview with the main cast, like the Straw Hats, and McKenyu's like, I can't wait to do Wano when I'm 85.
They're all locked in. They're very locked into this. They're locked in. Did you see how ripped McKenyu is now too? Holy.
Yeah.
That boy, he's got the Zorro titties on full effect. I tell you that.
Good for him. That's great. I'm so happy everyone likes this show so much.
I will say I still do think that like the manga is better, and like even the anime I'd say is a little bit better, but that's just because like I don't know. I feel like a couple of the changes just kind of damper my experience a little bit, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think
like,
some
it's
of that
still-
is just like it's the one you know first that you love the most, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You love what you know. Who is
But
this
the thing
interloper coming in?
Yeah. But the thing I did want to talk about a little bit is the actual theater experience, because I went to go see the first 2 episodes in theaters. And like, I think we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast already, but just going to see a movie in theaters, or going to see anything in theaters surrounded by people that like also like this thing that you like, completely elevates your experience with the product. Like, I probably wouldn't have watched all 8 episodes in one night of this season if I hadn't seen the first 2 episodes in theaters, just because like hearing like gasps in the theaters when something happens, like when a character shows up that you didn't expect to see, or like see like Oda appear right before the movie starts and give like a thank you for coming, this
does
is
he?
just for you. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
See,
he
like,
came
I've
out
always-
like actually.
Yeah,
like
he
was
was
there.
there.
Like he was
He was in
here.
Winnipeg. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He
like,
was
this is the
at- he
place
was
to
at the
be in
local
March
theater.
at Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
yeah.
"Wait, hold on a second.
No, this is wrong. This is all
that-
wrong. Is it?
Is
This
that
isn't
Jay
LA.
Gardian
Is
in
that
the
Jay
audience?
Gardian, Sama? No way. He's
Oh
wearing
my
a Zorro t-shirt.
I'm a
I
big
know him.
fan.
Yeah.
I
he's
actually
from the
was
AniPro
wearing
podcast.
this exact T-shirt at the movie, but
I believe you.
You have
Yeah.
I
to.
believe you.
I had to.
You
I had
have
to.
to. Yeah.
I will say that I've heard, I think, Cole, you're one of these people that like don't, in the movie theater, you want like the silence. But like, I
depends.
disagree with you for
It
the
depends.
reasons Jay kind of laid out. Like, I think that the movies are better enjoyed as like in that group mob mentality. I think that it adds something to it. It's a different
I think
experience.
It
If you want
on the movie.
Yeah.
Like this experience, 100%, it needs the mob mentality thing. Something like, you know, a like
or at least it would
if I
amplify.
were if I were watching Oppenheimer with like a bunch of people going raucous,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I'm,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no,
It would drive me nuts.
Like, shut
Yeah.
up. I'm just trying to watch a movie.
There's
here.
certain movies and things like that that I describe as like theater movies, and there's movies that at a certain point I just like I don't care to see it in theaters. I don't care if I watch it on the small screen, you know. And I never considered the Netflix live action a theater movie, but it actually checks a lot of the
It makes
boxes because a
sense.
lot of the
It
boxes really align with Marvel. People who like Marvel would like the One Piece live action and Marvel. Like there's a lot of connective threads there, and I think
Yeah.
Marvel movies are designed for the theaters.
Yeah, like it really, as much as like I hate to give Martin Scorsese's point a like,
Oh God.
like a nod here, but like it really does feel like a theme park attraction.
Yeah,
when
but
you
that's
go to
fine.
the movie.
That's the
Like-
definition of a theater movie is a
And
theme park attraction.
like I'm a like, not to toot my own horn, like I'm a bit of a cinephile. Like I enjoy movies. When Martin Scorsese said that about like the Marvel movies, I kind of poo-poo that a little bit because that's fine. A movie is entertainment. Like that's what
Not
they're
everything
for.
has to be highbrow.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like there's just a big negative connotation to that comment that like it's hard to step away from that if you echo someone's comment with that connotation around it, right?
What I will say though, just to defend myself from Michael's slander,
yeah.
like some
I'll
of
at least
my
give you a
favorite,
chance to defend yourself.
some of my favorite like movie going experiences were like those raucous.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when Jay and I went and saw the Konosuba movie, that was a blast. Like honestly, one of my favorite movie going experiences. When all three of us went and saw the SAO movie, that guy yelling that Asuna is his wife every time he comes on or she comes on the screen.
I mean,
Just they stick with you. They stick with you. But if I was watching Dune and somebody was saying that, I would get up
when the sandworm comes on, he's like, "That's my wife.
That's my wife.
That's
What that
my
mouth do?
Or
What that mouth do?"
or like when you were watching Godzilla -1, I think it was, and that there was this guy next to you that just kept bugging you the whole time.
Well, that's just a person being a bad, like an unfortunate member of society. That's just lack of social skills.
Yeah,
someone like literally sleeping and snoring in the movie theater and cuddling Cole against his will. even going so far as to kiss him just lightly on the cheek.
Yeah,
it was really a strange time.
It was strange times, but I'm glad that people are enjoying One Piece season 2. I do still have to watch it, but from the bits and pieces I've seen, it is still one of the ugliest shows I've ever seen. But
I don't agree with that. But
I know you don't. I know you don't. But
I think visually,
it's not the prettiest. I wouldn't say that.
Visually, if you didn't like how it looked, I don't think season 2 is going to change your mind. But if you're interested in the story and all that, then like I don't think that this will disappoint you. Right.
Listen to our review of One Piece season 1, just so you get a sense of what I'm talking about. I'm being very specific about the ugly stuff. I think the sets and everything are terrific, but the
means from like a cinematographical standpoint. That's a big word that I bumbled there, but that's fine.
Just one final point I wanted to make before we go to what's on your guys' minds. I heard this take recently about the live action One Piece, and I'm curious on your thoughts. I heard someone say that live action Buggy is the best live action Joker in like since Heath Ledger.
Okay. I see what they're saying.
I get what they're saying. I like Buggy's a little too flamboyant, I think.
Well, Joker's pretty flamboyant.
Yeah, it depends on the Joker you're portraying. Like Heath Ledger's Joker, I think I like in the sense of him being like less clowny and just more psychopathic. But I think the comparison it makes a lot of sense because you can tell. I don't remember the actor's name who plays Buggy in the live action. He does a great job. Yeah, but I would say he was definitely watching film of Heath Ledger playing the Joker. I'd put money on that was at least an inspiration in his head for how he's going to play this clown. You know.
Oh, but
I mean, just in general, he was like a highlight.
He feels very, very Jokerish. Speaking of Jokers, Mike, what's on your mind?
Hello, Joker is me, and I am Joker. And do you want to know how I got these scars? I'm not going to show you. Actually, I have a big scar right here. Fell asleep on a water bottle, hot water bottle. It was too hot.
Yes,
huge scar. I get asked about it often every time I go swimming. How did you get that scar? Let me tell you how I got these scars. And then I pull out
take a knife and put it in someone's mouth and go, "Why so serious?"
You have to have a different story every time, though.
Yeah. Next time it'll be I fell asleep on a stove. And be like, how did you do that?
And then next time it'll be you got beaten by your wife.
Oh, well, that just actually happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, I shouldn't joke about that. It's a serious issue. But I will talk about
you can't say that.
Yeah, I know.
Now I'm laughing.
Now you're laughing. It's okay to joke about serious issues as long as you respect the issue at the same time. That's how I approach it. I want to talk about 2 manga that have, not as of recording, but now as of you're listening to this, have just ended. They're both ended now. And I've completed them both. And I have thoughts. I haven't read the final chapter of the second one because it hasn't aired yet as of recording this. But Zero's producer Son sent in a mailbag, and I thought I'd bump it up in the order to my What's on My Mind. Do we want to? Oh, yep. Little baby drop. Okay, that's all you get, Zeros. That's all you get, Zeros. He just asked, how do you feel about the ending to Chainsaw Man? Do you feel like it ended too early / was rushed? Which is interesting because I didn't realize he was a Chainsaw Man guy. I feel like this was planted by Jay, but that's okay.
Jay's catching strays.
He like stole Zero's phone. And he's like,
what did I do?
Anyway, so Jay, I think you and I are current on Chainsaw Man, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Cole, I believe you stopped listening or reading it to around part 2 at some point, like when it started.
Yeah, somewhere in part 2. Yeah, I got pretty far listening.
Reads the Chainsaw Man manga audiobook.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure it exists. Actually, I have a friend who watches Blue Lock summaries on YouTube because he doesn't want to read it, so he just listens to someone summarize the chapters.
I did that with like Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
It's a very popular thing on YouTube, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think the ending to Chainsaw Man is rushed? Hell yeah, obviously. Has left so many threads open, but also the first part did too. So I feel like, my personal opinion, I don't know how this is probably going to be proven wrong by the time this comes out. I feel like there might be a part 3. I don't know if that's copium or what, but it just feels like they've left a lot.
The rule of 3, like, it would just be weird if it was only in 2 parts. Like, I feel what you're saying. Like, I feel like there should be a part 3.
It just feels odd.
I'm of 3 minds here. Like, one, I feel like a part 3 would make sense, but at the same time, like, there have been stories coming out of Fujimoto and just not enjoying doing Chainsaw Man anymore, not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of just wanting to move on from it. So, like, I could wholeheartedly just see this as him being like, I'm done. Get me out of here. Let's do something else. Yeah. And at the same time, like, just story-wise, like, I don't see how they could come back for a part 3.
The second last chapter kind of, to me, actually, like, it really did feel very like, oh, this feels like it's the actual ending because it's referenced things from the beginning. When like how you can tell a story's ending when it starts like calling back to the very beginning stuff. That kind of happens, and I'm like, oh, this might actually be it, Chief. We might be cooked. I don't know. This is not good.
The other thing I've noticed is like people are complaining because they're like, oh, but then it wouldn't be a happy ending, and like, Fujimoto's endings are never happy.
Yeah.
We're talking about Fujimoto here. Yeah, it's if you were hoping for a happy ending, it would have been nice to get one. And I mean, maybe somehow he wraps it up. But I wouldn't hold your breath.
I think his trademark is to make you feel a little hollow inside. Is kind of generally how he likes to do it.
And maybe he's feeling a little bit spiteful too, because if the rumors are true that Jay was referencing where he just doesn't enjoy it anymore, maybe he's just like, nah, I'm gonna make you guys hurt.
Creators like Fujimoto, like I'm just speaking totally out of my butt here. I feel like they don't want to be stuck in the cage of just doing like the idea of doing this serialized thing forever and ever, and it's just the same story you're continuing just to basically cash a check. I feel like that's like antithetical to like who artists like that are and what they want to create,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he'd be so much happier just making one-shots. Again, I'm just totally, like, basically speaking of, like, I think it depends on people. I don't know him personally, but...
Right.
I think it depends on what you're working on. Like, Oda, for example, like, he has a story in mind and he wants to make sure that he tells it properly, right?
But I wouldn't say Oda and Fujimoto are the same people, even remotely.
No, they're just different, like, creatively too. Yeah.
But like I'm just saying, like, as like I don't think it's a necessarily creator thing. It's just more like it depends on a couple of factors, like what you're working on, who you are, what.
Depends on the specific creator.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm kind of saying in the archetype that I think that Fujimoto falls into. I don't think he's like a long running type of guy. That just doesn't strike. He doesn't strike me as that type of guy.
And again, it's that thing with the people being like upset about the ending. It's not about the destination; it's about the journey. And Chainsaw Man's been a lot of fun for a long time.
Here's the other thing: like, count on your finger how many shonen endings have been good.
I put a finger up for Fullmetal Alchemist. Excellent ending. Excellent ending.
Yeah.
I will stand on my little stool and say Attack on Titan as well.
Attack on Titan's overhated, I would say.
It's overhated. Most endings are overhated. I'll say that too.
Yeah. Also, the other thing too, like, as of recording right now, it hasn't ended. So
it hasn't ended.
Yeah.
People, yeah. I think people saying like, "Oh, I don't like the ending of Chainsaw Man." You haven't seen it.
We don't know yet. We don't
know what the ending is yet. Like, let him cook, and then we'll critique.
Well, the thing is, as well, like, it's in a digital it's a digital release, so like technically it could be like a 200-page odyssey.
Could
right?
be?
Like, that'd be crazy. That's a good point.
I wouldn't put it past him.
And I wouldn't put it past him either. He's a maniac. He ate a goldfish one time because it died. and also pretended to be a sister online that he never had. He never had a sister. He's a crazy person.
He is an eccentric.
He's a lunatic. I will say too, before I move on to the second manga, I quickly wanted to talk about. It'll be a quicker discussion for the second one. Don't worry, Cole. It's sort of just left my mind.
Why are we catching strays here, Jay?
I don't know. I'm feeling zesty today. A little zesty. I think the manga. The other thing that I said, I gave a point why I think it might actually end this week.
Yeah,
and there's another point where they went back and retroactively changed one of the chapters to, instead of ends next week or something like that. At the very, how there's a little bar at the bottom, it'll say that they change it to continues next week or something like that. And I'm just like, why would they change that? That seems like a weird thing to change. But
so it's Viz's translation, and they always end their things with "to be continued," and that's what it is now. I think what had happened was they put up like a proxy thing before Viz's went up, and then the Viz one went up, and they just kind of replaced it with "to be continued."
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. The second one I want to quickly touch on. Oh, do you have more, CJ?
Oh, yeah. So I looked a little bit into this because I see things pop up.
I had a feeling you might have.
Yeah. Someone contacted Viz, who contacted Shonen Jump, or like the editorial at Shonen Jump Plus about this, to confirm that it is indeed ending. And yeah, it is ending now. They know that it is like it is supposed to end next week. They don't know the nature of how it is ending, whether it's like it's gonna go on kind of like how when part 1 ended to go into a part 2. It could be like that, but like either way, this is the last chapter of something.
Yeah. My hot take: it should never have had a part 2. That's my hot take. Honestly, it would have been perfect if it just ended with one part. But that's just saying something inflammatory right before I change the topic. That's a classic move of really smart people.
It's a hot take. Yeah.
You see, the thing is, you give a really hot take and then you don't give them a chance to argue it. That's the trick, because then you're just de facto correct, right?
I've been watching debates online. Like I know how this works.
Very popular technique. Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo has ended as well. This one actually has ended for sure, 100% done. People don't like the ending. They never like the ending. What a surprise. I thought it was a good little bow tie on the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, though. I don't know, Jay. What did you think about Modulo?
I thought it was fine. We talked about this before, but like it felt like Gege had written the entire story from start to finish before chapter 1 even came out. So I'm fine with it. And I feel like it is what it is. I'm not the biggest JJK fan, but it was fine. And honestly, I want Gege to do something not battle shonen next. Do like an idol thing or something silly.
I feel, honestly, I could see him doing like some sort of like drama type series. It would make a lot of sense, because he definitely, I would say in Jujutsu Kaisen proper, there's shades of political stuff going on. And in Modulo, it's a little more on its face about his political beliefs. Yeah. I feel like seeing him do something akin to like a Vinland Saga would be pretty satisfying for me. Like an Orb or something like that, like a little more mature, little less like Jay said, battle shonen. Again, though, I feel like having the separate artist, because it's that one has a separate artist, right? He didn't draw it; he just wrote the story. Okay, I just want to double check. I was okay, because sometimes I say that and I say things and I'm wrong, but
not this time.
This one I'm not this time.
Yeah,
not this time.
You're right.
I do think it genuinely helped me enjoy it a bit better, because the art was just awesome. Like the one domain expansion, Jay, that you shared in our Discord, it was like, oh god, it's awesome. And like that final fight between those two was like, this is one of the best fights in JJK.
Yeah. Iwasaki, the one who does the art in Modulo. How do you do this on a weekly schedule? Like, I get that you have assistants.
They don't have to storyboard. They don't have to do all the story and stuff too. So they can just be like, I just need to draw. I just gotta draw.
Yeah, but even then, like drawing it on like a weekly schedule, like
he could have had. How many
assistants do you have?
He could have had this all drawn out before too, right?
I could see that. I could genuinely see that, because like Jay said, like this genuinely felt like it felt like Gege might have had the story buttoned up before it even started getting.
I think it's all but been confirmed, right? Like when this started, I remember you guys talking about it, and like we knew it was short running. We knew it was going to be ending at a certain point. I would say like I'm 99% sure this was all done before release. I don't know about the art. I'm just speculating there, but I'm sure the story and everything was hammered out before it even started.
It wouldn't surprise me even a little bit. I would even probably put money on it that it was at least. It's not in the camp of like the Chainsaw Mans or the Jujutsu Kaisen was like. Is it airing for manga? Is that how you
publishing?
Releasing? Publishing.
Yeah.
There you go. Where like you can tell like they just didn't have enough time to make the art look as good as this because he's busy doing all this other stuff. Like this one, I bet you he probably gave him the story and maybe they were like a chapter or two ahead. I could see that, at the minimum. It didn't feel rushed in any way. Like Jay said, it based on the art, it's like, how could you do this in a week? It's crazy. Yeah. Speaking of how could you do this in a week, considering we spoke to you yesterday and you didn't speak of this at all, Cole, tell me what's on your little mind there, boy.
What's on my mind? Well, there's
Cole's still catching strays. Mike calling his mind little.
Yeah, well,
and called him a boy. Actually, I just realized too.
Yeah, well, I was just going to let those go, but seeing as you brought them up,
address them. Address the elephant in the pants.
My mind is huge, and I am a man. Thank you.
Okay.
I listened to an audiobook. I didn't bring it up yesterday because I knew that we were recording again today, and we're referencing our bonus episode. We recorded that yesterday.
Yes.
I listened to an audiobook because I watched a review for the movie that this book was later adapted into. Right. And I was like, I've never seen the movie, but I've also never read the book. I'm going to read the book and then I'm going to get, I don't know, I'm going to get in contact with somebody who's able to maybe add it to like a server of some kind that I'm going to be able to watch the movie now. It's a very famous movie though. And
is it a movie that just came out?
No, it's a movie that came out a long, long time ago, and it was hailed as the scariest movie of all time for decades.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it written by Stephen King?
No.
Oh.
The book is written by William Peter Blatty.
Okay.
And the book is called The Exorcist.
I was thinking The Shining. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I didn't know there was a book for The Exorcist.
Yeah, my brain went to Project Hail Mary.
The scariest?
No. Before he said the scariest.
Oh, yeah. But Cole's scared of the catheter scene. So
I've tried Project Hail Mary, and I couldn't get past the opening sequence.
Yeah. The catheter thing.
The Exorcist, I would recommend everyone to read it. The book's not scary. The book is almost like a procedural, like detective book. It's very interesting. Like
a
the whole last, kind of like the whole last segment of the Exorcist novelization. Most of the third act is about the priest like trying to prove that this is an like a possession. Where like again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know how much of that it's.
Oh, you haven't seen The Exorcist?
I've never seen The Exorcist.
How dare you in the beginning of this episode proclaim yourself a cinephile and you haven't seen The Exorcist?
Because I'm not a horror movie guy, but I think I could handle it now.
I think you could. It's not that scary.
I know it's not that scary in comparison. But what I do want to say is one movie that a lot of people do say is scary in the same series is a sequel to The Exorcist, and that's Exorcist 3.
What?
Yeah.
There's sequels to The Exorcist?
Exorcist 2 is terrible.
Okay.
But Exorcist 3 is quite good from what I hear.
Oh.
So I'm curious. I'm more curious about that one. Like The Exorcist is so like in the zeitgeist. Everybody knows, you know, about
girl's head spins around.
Reagan turning her head around,
around,
puking up the pea soup. Power of Christ compels you. Blah blah blah.
The Scary Movie. Honestly, the Scary Movie version of it lives in my head more rent free than the actual Exorcist version.
And I like that scene too, because when she turns her head around and then who's the guy who plays the priest? James Wood. He's just like, oh, this.
In the Scary Movie one?
Yeah. Which is like
it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, what you would say. But the book is quite good. But now I'm curious to compare the two, compare and contrast. I've also heard the movie is quite faithfully faithfully done. The screenplay of the movie was William Peter Blatty, who did that as well.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
And he won an Academy Award for it, for adapted screenplay.
Oh, yes. That's kind of cool. There's some cool facts there.
He also directed The Exorcist 3.
Oh, they brought him back. I wonder if he was not involved in number 2.
I don't think so. I think number 2 was just like the studio was like, we need a sequel to The Exorcist.
Let's bring in this guy. He knows how to make a great movie. Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Whoever the 1980s equivalent of Michael Bay was.
Yeah. But I think the movie was, or the book was quite good. I would like to watch the movie now. And then I'd also like to watch The Exorcist 3. In addition to that, but that's what was on my mind. I just thought it was, I read a classic novel that's well written. The dialogue in it's really good. The prose, as Jay would say, is quite good too. Very descriptive.
How you did the audiobook version? I don't know if you said or you alluded to it, but how's the diction? How is the I feel like The Exorcist in particular, and like horror movies or horror books in general, actually would lend themselves quite well to an audiobook version.
Well, again, it wasn't it wasn't as much horror as I thought it would be. It was almost procedural. But again, a man of many talents. William Peter Blatty did the novelization too. Like he read it.
He read it himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that too.
Wasn't reading a book one of your resolutions?
Yeah, it's only March. I've got time.
Yeah. But you read this book.
That's what I think. What Jay's saying is, does this count?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You need to read a physical text.
I need to read a book, not listen.
Not
to
have it read
book.
to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not have it read to me, like in a bedtime story format.
Do you find
my favorite
audiobook put you
bedtime
to sleep?
Story? No.
Whenever I say I like audiobooks, people are like, "Oh, I feel like I'd fall asleep." I'm like, "How? It's so engaging."
Yeah.
You're engaged in a story.
No.
How would you fall asleep?
How long does it normally take you when you start reading a book to like sink into it?
Like reading? Or
well,
can I
like
count
reading
an
or
audiobook?
audio, like however you consume a novel.
Is this related to your post in the Discord this morning, last night about
a little bit
being hooked to the prologue? Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, generally, I can tell pretty early on if I'm going to like it, but I wouldn't say it has its hooks in me until probably a few chapters in, maybe. Like where I'm like, I can't put it down. You know what I mean?
I'd probably echo that. Yeah. Like I'll give it, for an audiobook, I'll give it like an hour. If I'm not into it in an hour, probably not gonna finish it. Yeah. So whatever that translates into in terms of actual reading, reading's tougher for me though. I have a tough time focusing on what I'm reading as opposed to
I just can't. I can't sit still, but I can like multitask pretty good. So that's why the audiobook works quite well.
Very
Jay, what's your answer
coded.
though?
Well, it depends on the book because some will take me a little bit, and then others like it'll be like opening paragraph. Somehow, like it just like says something. Then
The
I'm like,
world
whoa.
was black. Jay's like, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
A cute female elf woke up. Whoa, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. What do we have here? This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
This is some peak we got going on over here.
Yeah.
So like, but like it's weird. Like, it also depends on the kind of story being told. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If you read like a war drama and you're not super into war dramas, it'll probably take you a little bit longer to like sink into it than like say a sci-fi buff reading a sci-fi story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
of course.
yeah.
The genre plays an important part. Yeah.
I listen to mostly audiobooks just because I don't do the book thing that much. But I do find like one genre in particular, I can tell like instantly if I'm going to enjoy it or not is nonfiction. Like you can tell right away. You're like, if you're reading like a semi self-help book or like you can tell right away. You're like, this guy is just, I don't believe a word he's saying. I don't believe a word what this author's saying, and I'm not going to throughout the duration of this. So why would I continue?
Yeah.
But like a fantasy book, then it's different because you're like, I kind of you need to be hooked into the world a little bit. It takes a bit of a warming up, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get into it, and I don't know. I'd say about an hour of listening for me. If I'm not jiving with it at that point, then I'm also quick to drop a book though.
Yeah,
like if I'm not enjoying it, I'll stop.
How does it differ from like reading a manga? Like, are you quick to drop a manga if you're not?
A manga, I'll know a bit quicker. I feel like if I'm not going to enjoy it, but I think that's just because you get more out of a manga quicker, right? So like after 2 chapters of a manga, like if I don't like the art or the writing, I'll know pretty quick.
Because manga are kind of like inherently designed to be the first chapter is the pitch, essentially. Because that's sort of how it works to stay in the magazines, right? They need their first chapter to hit right away. So like you can kind of tell a lot of the times right away whether or not it's going to jive with you. But it's kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of manga too that like hit the ground. Like we've said this in almost all of our manga reviews, I'd say, where like it usually starts off a little slow sometimes, and then by the end you're kind of hooked into it.
It's like
I remember.
It's like a plane that like crash lands, and then like the wreckage of that crash landing is salvaged, and it becomes like a very like fast moving vehicle. That like,
so
like
I just pictured a plane coming down to the runway, hitting the runway, exploding, and then you see like a guy driving a convertible Camaro out of the wreckage. Like in one seamless transition. Like, oh dang, I didn't know that was an option.
All right,
okay,
I was here for the plane, but the car's pretty cool too.
There's an elf waifu in that convertible.
What's going on?
What's going on? Jay's like,
what's going on here?
I'm in. Manga is quicker, but I think like at the end of the day, like it's still the same like amount of stuff that I'm ingesting. It's just a manga presents that stuff quicker than a book does.
I'll give manga a little more of a pass for like a weak first chapter, though. I do find.
I mean, again, a couple chapters. Like a book is like a thing, right? Like a whole book is released as a book.
Well,
whereas
like
manga
I feel like
is like.
Like with a book, like when the editor sees that, they already know what's happening in chapter like 45 when they critique chapter 1. Whereas like with a manga, the author doesn't even know what's happening half the time.
Usually.
Like Oda, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just making it up, and everyone's falling for it. Everyone's like, he's got it all.
Biggest One Piece hater resumes. I guess Cole. You know what, Jay? I think Cole has succeeded in 2 of his resolutions for the year. He has both.
I feel like
he's half read a book now at this point. And he's continued to hate One Piece, maybe even stronger.
You know what?
Because now he like begrigingly acknowledges that it might be good, but he hates that about himself.
I think it's more. I think it's more. He does it out of spite because like he knows it's good, and he just like wants to. He wants to show. Yeah, he's like I'll show you. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
probably, but I would never admit it. I would never.
No, you would
exactly.
never. Exactly. That's like you ever see the famous Norm Macdonald bit when he went on like one of the talk shows or whatever? He's like, there's a secret about me. I'm like a deeply closeted gay man. He's like, you're gay? He's like, no, what? What are you talking about?
Deeply closeted.
Yeah. Oh, it's a funny bit. funny bit.
Well, all of Norm Macdonald's bits are funny.
They are. Yeah. Cole's a deeply closeted One Piece fan, is what we're. But he never admit it.
No. What are you talking about? I'm deeply closeted.
Cole's got like an Emily Rudd poster in his room.
I would have an Emily Rudd poster. I think she's lovely. I think she's a lovely person.
A wonderful actress and person. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, it's cool that she's an anime fan. Like, nothing. No, I thought the actors. Well, most of them were good. Listen to our review. I
also found out Emily Rudd's a WWE fan, and immediately was like, "Whoa, hold on a minute."
Oh, Jay's skyrocketed herself, honestly. She's top tier waifu territory, honestly.
I think
Hollywood crushes. Yeah.
I think Jay's got a big crush on Emily Rudd.
I don't blame him.
No.
I don't blame him.
No.
I don't blame him.
No.
Emily Rudd, if you're listening to this, Mr. J
She's
here.
not listening to
come on the show.
Like, hey.
Come on the show.
Come on the show. We'd love
Hi,
to.
my friend thinks you're cute. Camera pans over. Jay's just.
I'm not usually this burnt.
I'm never usually this caught in 4K.
Yeah.
He's blushing. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. You guys, let's do a quick jump into the mailbag
for the second half. It's time for the mailbag.
Yeah, it's mailbag time. If you got a mailbag question, you can send it to us over at our website, anipropod.com/mailbag, or at our Discord. This one comes from our Discord. It's also a patron priority mailbag. Wee woo. Extra wee woo because it is from the tribal chief of the mailbag, Kratos. Kratos?
He heard Mogmog coming for his territory, and he says, "I need to send some mailbags."
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to claim my my place on the throne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Really quick question. I thought it's just a easy one. What anime studio do you trust the most right now to deliver consistent quality in 2026?
Ooh.
So, like, what studio are you looking out for this season? Or this year, I should say, specifically. We'll go in the same order that we did for the What's on Our Minds. Jay, I'm throwing to you first.
Look, there's a studio that's putting out an anime this year that doesn't normally put out anime, and like I feel like the main normally when you ask like, okay, what studio looks the most promising, you would look at the quality versus quantity. Like how many if they have a lot of good looking shows per year, then they'd be but like there's one that like every show they put out, no matter what year it is good.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the trailer for Sparks of Tomorrow, and I do not question whether or not it's going to be good. There is no question in my mind that KyoAni is going to deliver a banger this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's that one looks really good. Mike, what studio are you anxious to see their work?
I think Jay's got the correct like legacy pick. Honestly, KyoAni is like very consistently put out awesome stuff for like a long time. But I'm gonna go with the opposite. I'm gonna go with a hot hand right now. The name that's been leading the game for the last last year or so, I'd say, or maybe 2 years. I'm gonna go with Studio. Boy, it just slipped my mind. The one that did Dawn to Dawn.
Science Saru.
Science Saru. Thank you.
That was going to be my answer too.
Yeah, I do have a backup though. If you want to,
no, you take it. I've got a backup too. I got a backup. Don't worry.
Okay,
I'm surrounded by my backup.
Okay, I had a feeling what your backup might be the same as my backup.
Cole's
but I think at this point, like Science,
they're not putting anything out.
Yeah, they put out one show a year, and it's usually okay.
It's usually okay.
Yeah. They're living. They're the opposite of this. They're living on their legacy, kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, Science Saru.
Science Saru right now, they've really they've been, before they were very interesting, is what I'd say. You know, they put out a lot of interesting stuff, but they've kind of just found their like perfect niche of like to ride the popular / their weird little personal style line. And I think that like almost everything they've put out recently has just banged in the biggest way. And honestly, I think if they take a project now, even like Sonda was like okay, it was still like the Science Saru effect turned what would be like a probably arguably bad anime into like something really good. So if Science Saru is adapting it, I feel pretty good about it.
Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell looks
it's gonna be a bang.
Ghost in the Shell looks really good. A Witch's Life in Mongol looks really good.
Sure.
Science Sorrow has they have it. They have it.
Yeah.
They've got
Okay,
it
cool.
right now.
What is it also known as your backup?
I'm going with Cloverworks.
That wasn't my backup.
What
Okay.
what did you think I was going to say?
I was going to say Cygames Pictures, actually.
Oh, I don't. Cygames has been doing some great stuff.
Summer Hikaru died.
Yeah, but I'm going Cloverworks. I just feel like everything Cloverworks does comes out pretty good looking. And Bocchi the Rock season 2 is supposed to be coming out this at some point this year. So I feel good about Cloverworks as well. They're quickly becoming one of the hot newness.
The new hotness.
So we got the new hotness, the hot newness. I liked my phrasing more. So
I see how it is.
All right.
Yeah. So Jay went with a legacy pick, and KyoAni. Mike went with Science Saru, just kind of hitting it out of the park lately. And I went with safe pick with Cloverworks, but I feel like all three of those are
I
agree with all three, honestly.
Yeah.
All three of those, I think.
I do feel like Science Saru of those three is probably the most likely to do the Mappa thing, where they kind of overreach to get over their own skis a little bit. But that's we'll see how that plays out. A little bit, yeah. Yeah. But it doesn't seem to be happening yet, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let us know what studio you think is going to be good this year. What studio do you trust the most right now to deliver consistent quality in 2026? I believe we don't have an AniPro asks for this week.
Oh, I didn't prepare one. I can quickly pull one though. It takes a few seconds.
If you've got a list, I have a list. Okay.
Does Jay have one? Oh.
I could probably come up with one like 20 seconds.
Okay, well, you don't have to because I have one.
Okay.
Here's the statement. It's a true or false, as always. Jay, I know this usually confuses you. I'm not throwing shade. He genuinely asks every time. The options for the answer.
Mike doesn't understand what jokes are.
No, he doesn't.
This is also another level of a joke. True or false are the answers here. Okay, true or false. True or false. Okay. The original concept for The Legend of Zelda, like the original one, involved time travel between the past and the future, and the Triforce was originally going to be computer microchips. Okay. Is that true? Is that false? Find out after this. Break.
Hey YouTube viewer, I don't mean to interrupt you during a well-deserved break, but can you do me a real quick favor? You see that little button there? The one that looks like a thumbs up? Can you just click that? Just real quick. Yeah, great, thanks. Oh, and while you're down there, can you just hit subscribe? Yeah, like that, thanks. Oh, what's that? You're not on YouTube, but instead listening to the podcast on... And you want to join in on the fun? Well, if you want, why don't you leave a 5-star review? No matter how you're watching or listening, providing feedback to us helps AniPro grow so that more and more people can listen to us and our perfectly normal and not strange at all takes. And seeing as you're being so cool, why don't I let you in on a little secret? AniPro has a Discord server where you can talk to the hosts and other listeners about anime and other random topics about, like, I don't know, mayo on hot dogs and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much. What's that? You want to do even more? Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, AniPro has a Patreon where for a small donation you can get access to archived episodes and ad-free episodes. You can get episodes early and even get a monthly bonus episode. I think, yeah, that's it. Listen, I really appreciate you listening to this. I will now reward you with the second half of this episode.
Saw the news today. Oh boy,
what a blast from the past, Jay. Welcome back to AniPro. Jay just informed us that they did surgery on a grape, which
What is that a reference to? What is that a reference to? I feel like I know that, but my brain is not putting the pieces together.
You know what? Don't tell him. Don't tell him. I want him to just live in ignorance right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I often do, honestly. That's kind of my default mode, ignorance. Yeah.
Before we get into whatever this is,
It's called a podcast, Jay.
It's
been doing it for 3 years.
Podcast. Yeah.
well, no, we're already in the podcast. We already welcomed everyone back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. Hi, I guess. Hello.
But we don't know what the segment is. And that's why I'm saying whatever this is.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I have to officially christen myself.
Wait.
The
Before
owner.
you do that. Oh, it's too late.
Oh.
Okay, put that away.
No, nobody saw it. Just
Okay.
blur it out. Blur it out in post.
Blur it out. Oh, censor that. Jade whipped out his Magnum dong. No, actually, there is something we have to do before, Jay. Before we went to the break,
true.
I asked a question of the dear listeners, and they're saying, shut up, you idiots. You asked me a question. You said something about Legend of Zelda. And I'll tell you what I said about Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The original concept for The Legend of Zelda, the original one, involved time travel between the past and the future. And the Triforce was actually going to be made out of computer microchips. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very techy, sci-fi type game with time travel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Oh.
It was originally set to be it was originally going to be under the title the Hyrule Fantasy. The name Link actually refers to him being the link between like the present and the future cyberpunk world.
Mm-hmm.
And the Triforce was basically going to be a computer that like solved it all or something.
Okay.
And then they kind of reused pieces of it for the Ocarina of Time
Okay.
with the time travel aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The
Interesting.
Triforce fragments were meant to be components of a computer, not magical golden triangles. Yeah, but they basically said, you know what? Would be way better if it was like a fantasy instead of a sci-fi. And honestly, good move.
Yeah.
Good, right choice.
What if we had a princess that we named after like a movie?
I thought you were going to say,
actor
what
or
if we had a
something?
printer?
What if we had a printer? What if
What
we
if
had
we
a
had a printer?
What if we had one of those really old printers from like the 80s that just take
Oh,
What
they
if
have
we had
like the
a
weird
fax
like
machine?
things on the sides?
Man, I still have to use fax machines at work. Don't even talk to me about
No.
fax machines.
I am of the age. I feel like we're of the age where like I have never used a fax machine, but I am like I've lived tangentially to fax machines in my life. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know when the first fax was sent?
I'm gonna say 1915.
1895.
I'm trying to remember when the telephone was invented. I think it was like late 1800s.
Well, you both had very good guesses, but you were very, very far off. The first fax machine, the fax machine known as the electric printing telegraph, was patented by Scottish inventor Alexander Bain in 1843.
Good gravy.
I was
Good gravy indeed.
Hey, I was closer then. I was like 20-something years off.
You were closer.
You're closer.
Yeah, but yeah.
And
I
with
knew it was
that out of the way,
18
archaic technology.
Jay,
Yeah.
why don't you reveal your Magnum glowing dong to our listeners?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I have the teeny tiny trophy. I'm
Yeah.
great.
Not quite so
awesome.
magnum.
So
I finally quit procrastinating and have delivered it to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
as
Yes,
such, I think it's only fair that I display it for all to see.
As you are
Right, there we go.
contractually obligated. What
You are
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
manga
So
was? What manga is getting booted in favor of the teeny tiny trophy?
Volume 1 of Spacewalking with You.
Okay,
Honestly,
Let's
fair.
Say
Yeah.
we'll have a moment of silence for that.
Yeah, rest in peace. Pour one
Yeah.
out. I'm a little sad. I kind of thought Jay would commemorate it by drinking some mysteriously colored liquid out of it.
Oh.
I was kind of hoping
I was
that would
thinking
happen,
about it. I was thinking about it.
but- Yeah,
Yeah. Well, when it's back in my possession, I will. So
yeah. I peed in it, so I don't know if I'd recommend that. I wasn't.
Maybe I'll. Well,
maybe you'll what? Maybe you'll what, Jay?
Maybe I will drink out of it now.
Finish your thoughts. Now I gotta know.
I was gonna say maybe I'll do the other thing into that cup.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh,
Don't do that.
No,
Don't
do not come. Insert
I
that
was gonna
meme
say
here.
spit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Oh.
spit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Hockaloogie.
What are we actually doing now that Jay's champion? I've revealed facts about Legend of Zelda. It feels like a gaming related episode or something, Cole. You're the host with the most. Arguably.
It's a gaming related episode. I've got something I'll show you guys. Here's my big Megatron that I got up here.
Oh yeah. If you've listened several weeks ago, Cole was talking about them boys.
It's kind of crazy.
I saw it in person. It actually looks more impressive in person.
It's kind of crazy. This is a knockoff. Like it's a fake toy. From China, and I don't know how they got away with it, but it's actually like really well done, well made.
Cole, what are we doing this week?
What are we doing? You guys got to share something. I wanted to share something. We're talking about we've done anime hot takes. We've done hot takes all the time. That's kind of bread and butter of this podcast. We wanted to do video game hot takes. We played Needy Streamer Overload last week, and I guess we're just continuing on the gaming train, the game train, I call it. All aboard.
We've been broadening the horizons of the podcast, expanding our reach. We're going to conquer the world.
We're going off the rails on a gaming train.
That's right.
Cool. There you go.
That's right, Jay. That's right, Jay.
R.I.P. Ozzy.
Yeah, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, anyway, we're doing gaming hot takes. We have a collection of 9 hot takes here, so 3 each, I believe. I think we said, like, we could come up with 3. We could scour the internet for a hot take that we thought was interesting as well, whether we agree with it or not. It's just kind of an open discussion about these hot takes that we've collected. I know you guys put them in our doc here for us to discuss. I strategically left mine out so that
I just wanted to put basically like a hint of what mine are, just so that we don't overlap. Essentially, is what I was going for.
Yeah.
But I kind of did, to touch on like the inspiration aspect. I was having a hard time coming up with some. I had some that kind of were locked and loaded, but I just cruised some Reddit threads and stuff like that and kind of got inspiration. I don't think I directly. I feel like there's no hot take that we could say that is truly 100% fresh,
Yeah, everything's
it's kind of like the idea of doing like a top 10 list. Like it's like, that's just like a thing people, like most of these are pretty common, I think. And we'll see how truly common ours are, because I honestly don't know exactly what your guys's are, but I feel like mine aren't anything anything I haven't heard before. They're just things I agree with.
I do have a controversial one that I think
I like that.
we'll be arguing about a little bit, but it'll be fun. It's all in good.
Don't worry. They're still zesty. I got zesty ones. They're hot.
And mine get progressively more zesty. I think what we'll do is we'll do this in traditional AniPro order. So just one at a time each. We'll take turns. My first hot take, I'm Cole. I traditionally go first in the AniPro order, as is the right that I have as the sovereign of AniPro.
And I'm the newest addition to AniPro, so I get sandwiched between the progenitors. Yeah.
It just flows because Jay rhymes with anime, so he just ends
I've always found it weird that I'm in the middle, even though I joined last. But it's true. Jay does rhyme with anime.
Yeah. So it's just,
see how the sausage is made now, don't you, listener? Yeah.
If you got any, if you ever wondered why is Mike in the middle?
Why is it?
This is just the way it is. My first hot take though, sports games now, not even sports games now, but sports games for a while are basically just RPGs for like jocks who want to play sports games. Yeah, kind of specifically like the career modes in sports games are really just RPGs where you level up your different attributes and stuff like that. And it's I enjoy pointing out things to non-nerds that are nerdy. In general, sports is kind of just
sports is that, honestly.
Yeah, it's for non-nerdy people to be nerdy about something. So
I feel like sports
fans are nerds.
Yeah, it is the most mainstream nerdy topic.
Yeah. It's just because they're like physical athletes. For some reason, it's not nerdy, but literally every other aspect about sports is pretty nerdy if you think about it.
Like, you're following stats.
I feel like if you actually do the thing that is involved in the sport, like if you are a player, then that's not nerdy. But like
playing the sport is different.
But
Great
like
take,
being
Jay.
someone who
Great take.
like talks about, oh, this guy actually is really good at this thing because his defense is off the chart. Like that's just nerdy.
You got your Oshi,
I like Jay's impersonation of like a football fan, a hockey fan. That's really funny.
Everyone's got their Oshi. They've got their favorite player. You know, you've got your favorite team. Yeah,
I'll even one up your thing a little bit. Not one up, more add on to it. Cole.
Yeah,
like the career modes definitely are that. The online play, like where you just play against people in quick match or whatever, that's probably the root of like a sports game, I would say.
Yeah.
But like the thing that's really taken over sports games and arguably ruined them in my and a lot of other people's opinions, Ultimate Team, is just gacha for people who are scared of weeb stuff.
Yeah.
It's just gacha. It's literally they just took gacha and put it in sports game. And then they said, it's literally no different than Uma Musume or any other waifu gacha game. Genshin Impact. It's the same concept.
It's the same concept.
You build your roster.
You don't get waifus. You get muscly men.
Big burly men.
You get guys.
You get guys.
You get boys.
You get guys. Look at my guys. These are my guys.
Look at my guys. These are my guys. He's 99 overall. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
You get IRL husbandos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Who's
that's
your...
literally, they're husbandos. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Mike, who's your Oshi in sports?
For sports?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I don't like this one because I kind of don't love him as a person anymore. But man, I can't get over prime Aaron Rodgers. I'll get like highlights on my on my Instagram and stuff, and he is so good. Oh, it's just a shame they only won one.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
All of the other stuff with him.
All the other stuff, he's kind of crazy. Yeah. What about Jay? Do you have like who's your Oshi for sports?
Can I include wrestling?
Of course.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
It's a sport. I consider wrestling a sport as well.
Okay. So I feel like I had like two different eras of Oshis. One was Bryan Danielson.
We're laughing because
I know
things
it's just
out.
For us.
Okay.
It's just for us.
It's just for us. The listener will never see it. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Jay.
Yeah.
No. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's okay.
It's doing it again.
Yeah,
it's doing it again.
I'm curious if it's my camera or if it's.
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
that actually might. We'll see if it comes out in the episode. Anyway.
Yeah.
Your Oshi for sports.
My Oshi. Wrestling. One of them's Daniel Bryan. Just like during the time when I got into wrestling, he was like the guy. So like I was. And then LA Knight for modern wrestling, just because like he's. Oh gosh darn! Danhausen right now just came out
gosh darn.
in WWE.
Gosh
holy
shit!
You say gosh darn, then you drop holy shit.
Yeah, because I hear you guys like making fun of me for not having to force Cole to censor me. So I'm like, okay,
I appreciate that. It was just
this is a heavy censor episode for Cole, actually.
Not too bad. I think I've got 2 by my count.
But anyway, Danhausen, he's just a big comedy guy. Like he's not meant to be taken seriously, but he just goes around cursing people. Hey, his whole thing is based on like a mid 80s horror movie.
Okay.
But like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Is this why your name is Jay Housen in our Discord right now?
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
I've been meaning to ask you what that is. Yeah. Curious. I don't know if this has already happened or not, but I hope it hasn't. When is WrestleMania?
April.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
It's soon. Good. It's soon.
Good.
Yeah, I do like Are we doing WrestleMania again? I do like
fun.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. I hope.
It might be the week I'm away though.
I hope we have an invitation from.
I can get the date.
We'll look it up after. I'm just curious. Yeah.
Who's your Oshi?
I'll go 2 as well. I'll go my historical Oshi, Saku Koivu for the Montreal Canadiens.
Ooh.
My all-time favorite Hab. Never won anything. Not really like a standout hockey player, I'd say. Like a good hockey player. But he just when I started following hockey, he was the captain of my team. And just a It seems like a really nice guy. He donated, I think, some stuff to the Montreal Hospital when he played there. He beat cancer during his career. Very interesting.
That's kind of crazy.
Interesting player. Also, like Saku Koivu. Who says Saku Koivu? Me. I do. Love Saku Koivu.
18th and 19th, by the way. Just to
I will be back. I will be back from Minneapolis.
Excellent. My current one though, come on, Jay. Connor McDavid. McJesus.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Gold Chip.
No.
Like the horse Gold Chip.
Yeah, that's obviously
he owns,
Connor McDavid.
by the way.
He's crazy.
He owns Gold Chip.
Yeah. Gold Ship is I'm the current owner of Gold Ship, and Connor McDavid is the current owner of my heart. Love the guy. He's the best. He is so dominant. I am an overinflated Connor McDavid, is what I like to say. He's the best hockey player in the world. Most skilled hockey player in the world, I'll say. I don't know if he's the best. But he's the greatest. Go watch some Connor McDavid highlights. It'll knock your socks off.
Didn't the hockey team for Canada this year have both Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby?
Yeah. Sidney Crosby, who was hurt. Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, an absolute smorgasbord of talent on that team.
Yeah. But
we lost
versus one brick wall.
Versus one brick wall that our city lent to the United States of America.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome, USA. You're welcome. Yeah. Anyway. We're talking about gaming hot takes.
Yeah, we're back. Let's get back on track. We got eight more hot takes to get through.
Yes. So. Mike, you're up next.
Yes.
What is your first hot take?
My first hot take will be that open world games overrated. They're so overrated. Honestly, like everyone always praises, this game, it has so much to do. It's such a big map. Like it's the best. Blah, blah. Grand Theft Auto 6's new map is going to be 3 times the size of Grand Theft Auto 5. I hear that and I actually don't like it. I actually say that's a bad thing in my opinion. I don't want my game to be endlessly expansive like that. I kind of appreciate more a nice, concise, not necessarily concise, but I kind of appreciate like a journey, I don't really want my game to be just a series of endless fetch quests and side quests that are all kind of haphazardly just like me running from place to place. I'd rather it actually tell me a story. Take me on a journey through the game instead of just doing like the Breath of the Wild strategy of here's an open world, you can do whatever you want it. Sure, there's a time and place for that, right? Mm-hmm. But I think at this point, like all the gaming companies now are so caught up that like, we have to make our game massive and huge and it's going to take 7 years to make. But like, I genuinely think like some of the best games of all time are not massive open world games. And now we've leaned too far into it. And it's unfortunate. It really is. Just like Jay's camera glitch. It's so distracting. If it doesn't show up in the final footage, it just like keeps flashing Jay's face and it looks like he's gonna like eat his microphone.
That one was excellent because it was going from Jay's neutral expression to smiling. Immediately.
Oh boy. Cole, do you like open world? I feel like you're the open world stan, I feel like you're the one most likely to disagree with me on this.
I don't disagree, Mike. What I'll say is there's a time and a place, which you kind of commented on. I'm going to try not to look at the screen because I don't want Jay's camera to... there's a time and a place, I'd say. What I will say that is in agreement to you is that a lot of people think that because something's open world, it is good. Like, a lot of people will use that as like a selling feature. Like, you got to play, I don't know. You got to play Witcher 3. It's open world. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, I mean, like.
I'm not an open world fan.
Yeah, that's not the like, is it a good game? Like, I don't care what, like just because it's open world doesn't mean that it's like worth my time. It still needs to be an engaging game at the end of the day.
But like, I mean, that's like saying like, you got to play Mario. It's a platformer. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of the times nowadays they'll like put so much effort into building this huge, massive world because that's what like sells on the tin.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like they don't populate it. It just feels empty. When like a big empty world to me is just a not fun game. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like I to comment on a specific point you made. Like, yeah, like I'm just as cool with like a concise game that takes you from point A to point B and can tell it. Like I appreciate sometimes when game developers or movie directors and writers and stuff like do less with more, show some restraint a little bit. I appreciate that as much as I do being bombastic and huge as well. So
So I
agree.
I understand. Yeah, I understand like the argument for open world games of like, you know, I want the freedom to be able to do whatever I want whenever I want, and I don't want these rails put on me while I'm playing a game. And I understand that. At the same time, I was thinking about this to myself a couple days ago, like putting when you have too much freedom to do whatever you want, you sometimes get that choice paralysis of like, what do I want to do? Like which task should I go accomplish? And then like, and I'll speak for myself here. Like I feel sometimes when I'm like, I'm going to forego doing the side stuff for now because I want to tackle the main missions. I'll feel bad because I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing
FOMO.
like, yeah,
it can kind of take you out of the game a little bit too, because it's like the game is telling you, you got to get this mission done. It's imperative. You're on a time.
And Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like terrible examples of this because like you can do any like dungeon or main quest whenever you want, but like you're gonna be like it's gonna be harder for you.
Yeah. And like there's a challenge to that too, and it's cool that they give you the freedom, but I'm saying I've come to realize that I don't necessarily like this is gonna be a, if you take this out of context, it's gonna sound crazy, but I don't think freedom is a good thing. I don't think freedom is a good thing. I don't think man was meant to be free. I think that realistically we should be enslaved to some sort of they're going to stop the bit now.
Free will is an illusion. Free will is an illusion.
I was going to say, to boil it down, Mike likes slavery. Slavery is a good thing to him.
Don't take that out of context. I do not support slavery. It's crazy that I have to state that.
Very
on the
brave.
Podcast. Very brave of me.
Brave.
But no, it's my Subway theory. It's my Subway theory. I think the problem with Subway is it's too much freedom, and I don't think people can handle the freedom. And that's the same argument I have with open world games. They give you too much choice. I would rather just do the Quiznos or Jimmy John strategy, where you just give me, you curate what's on the. You're the sandwich maker. Just give me a good sandwich. You know,
make
I'll
the
tell
sandwich.
You what flavor of sandwich I want. Sure, I want maybe like a samurai historical piece sandwich. You know. Just make a good samurai historical piece game. I don't need this giant. You don't need me to make my own adventure. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, it depends on the mood you're in. Also, like not to psychoanalyze you, Michael, but like you're also in that point in your life where like you kind of need things to just be like streamlined a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time to just grind. That's the other thing too.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anyway. That's enough of rambling about this. I feel like this is my least spicy take, to be honest with you. So I'm curious where they go from here. But Jay, what's your first hot take?
My first hot take, look, I get that like we're like the way games are going right now is they're going less toward like making things look or like making games like or like improving like mechanics or something like that, but more just like trying to make games look as like realistic as possible, run as smoothly as possible, and like all that stuff. And like every time I watch a like a Game Awards or like an E3 or whatever have you, and I see all the trailers, like all of the games look the same, and I feel like it's because like the realistic graphic style that most AAA game companies have adopted look basically the same, with like the same like browns and grays and all that, and it just kind of ruins that like unique style to games that used to exist. Like if for example Mario was like more realistic, quote unquote, like I feel like something would be lost there.
Yeah, the photo.
I feel like in today's
hyperfixation
world, like,
on photorealism is a bit much. Yeah.
I feel like in today's world, like Mario wouldn't have been created either as a thing. Like,
not in the same way.
No, that's just not the style that we do now. We're so focused on having things look like they're like, oh, okay, like Breath of the Wild did really well. Let's make 5 games like Breath of the Wild.
Well, I mean, I think that's just kind of an overall like lack of creativity and like
that's how things work, though. In general, like, if a movie does well, they try to make a bunch of other movies like it. But like, I agree. Like, I think honestly, like one of my takes I almost put down, Jay, and this is I took it out because I saw you had something similar. Was that like I would rather have like a hyper stylized, like a stylized, cool looking game like one of our mutual favorite Zelda games, Wind Waker, than like the other GameCube version that was at the time like the more realistic and gritty version, Twilight Princess.
Great game.
To me, great game. Yeah. But like the art style of Wind Waker to me is way more of a draw, and it just plays so much nicer because the GameCube was a limited console, and like having basically using that limitation to your advantage and just making a good game with a cool style is way better than having some photorealistic thing that I need the brand new fancy console to run, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree with you on this.
Just because you guys have picked on like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think the developers for Zelda learned their lesson there specifically with Wind Waker versus Twilight Princess. Because they've gone back to that like timeless art style where like it doesn't need to be graphically amazing. It's just well designed and like all the characters look cool and all of that.
I don't need to see the wrinkles on Link's forehead to have a good time.
Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah. So like they did a good job of kind of blending it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, more people remember the art style for Wind Waker than they do. A lot of people apologize for the art style of of Twilight Princess.
Well, and it's really funny too because like back when those games were first coming out, people complained about how kiddie and childish the Wind Waker designs looked, and like were over the moon for Twilight Princess's gritty art style because that's what they wanted.
I remember that.
When they showed,
I do remember that.
Back when they showed a tech demo for like an Ocarina of Time like game running on GameCube, the big thing was like, oh well, we can get like a gritty Zelda running on new hardware. And then they announced Wind Waker, which was different, which I think is a good thing because it means that it's A, unique to the other Zeldas, and B, it's probably the most timeless looking Zelda game.
It holds up. It'll hold up forever because they weren't fixated on making it photorealistic.
And that's why like the 2D ones hold up too once they got to a certain point as well. Because like it just they had to focus so much more on art style because the photorealistic was not an option, right?
The last Zelda game that won't hold up ever again is Twilight Princess. They steered too far in that direction. Again, I love Twilight Princess. Like I don't even think it's ugly, but it is certainly like compared to the other Zelda games that have come out before and since. It is
You're right. They've course corrected.
Yeah, it is the most unattractive Zelda game.
How about we bring back Toon Link? That's what I want here. Yeah.
I mean, Toon Link. No. Toon Link. That's not a shot against Toon Link. I want them to do something different.
Yeah, and I don't really want Jay's take.
I agree.
I don't think Jay's take was originally supposed to be centered solely on Zelda because it always seems to come back with Zelda with us.
Yeah, but it's the common denominator between the three of us.
Like, okay. I'll say this: I prefer Wind Waker's style over like Witcher 3, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. And the other thing, it'll hold up longer.
Yeah.
Here's just another hot take, because Witcher 3's come up a couple times. I don't like that game. I do not like Witcher.
Oh,
3.
neither do I. I've played that on 3 separate occasions and don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the combat in that game.
See, I really enjoyed it, but it fell into the Witcher combat's not very good. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
The Witcher games it's the same open world trap where I get distracted doing the side quests and I never end up finishing the game because I get burnt out on doing these boring side quests.
Shazane is a big fan of the Witcher games.
She played a lot of the Witcher 3, but it was also her first experience into a true open world game, which I feel like that you get that it's different. When your first open world game, it's almost mind blowing. And then by your fourth, you're like, just
okay, I get it.
Okay, I get it. I gotta go run over there to get the potion, or I gotta get this. Yeah,
that's my mini hot take, because I know it's a very popular game, and I just
that game's also kind of designed to be kind of like an MMO, just like how the quests are structured, and a little bit it just feels like you're playing through an MMO, and that in and of itself, playing single player is tiresome.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, even let's look at MMOs with regards to Jay's topic here. RuneScape. New RuneScape. No one plays new RuneScape. People go back and they play old school RuneScape because it just
it's true.
They didn't care about fidelity.
They're playing RuneScape for the graphics. Yeah.
It's goofy. It's funny looking. And it is a grind.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You look at games like new RuneScape or those modern MMOs. How do you pick them apart? What's the difference?
They all look the same. Yeah. So we want some individuality in our games, and the modern high fidelity, ultra realistic graphics don't leave room for differences. So, yeah.
Yep. Cole?
It's my turn again. Sorry, I'm just reading the message you sent.
Yes. It was bad timing to send the message right as you were supposed to read your next one. What was your first one again? I'm trying to write in the doc.
My first one was sport games are just RPGs.
Sport games are, that's right.
You know what? Because we are going a little bit longer here, I'm just going to go to my last one, because this is the one where I really want to dig into. And then if we've got time, I can do my second one. So this is my spiciest take.
Okay.
This is my spiciest take. It's about Nintendo.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Big Nintendo hater striking again.
Not a Nintendo hater. You just
hate whimsy, you bastard.
Nintendo gets away with things other video games would get roasted for.
They do. This is
They've released unfinished games. Their hardware is overpriced and underpowered. They have poor online infrastructure. Their games never go on sale. They famously release 2 games at the same time at full price with only minor differences. They inflate sales numbers, because remember, they said the Nintendo Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. Turns out it didn't really do as well as they thought it was going to do in the West. And it's Japan that's really holding up the Switch 2, and they're overly litigious. They love suing people if anybody says anything bad about Nintendo. Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a lawsuit coming in.
We're getting sued. Yeah.
They just sued the U.S. government.
Yeah. Literally.
Well, I mean, I don't. They can sue the U.S. government. That's fine.
Well, I'm not saying that they were wrong for doing that. I'm saying that this shows how
they pay their lawyers a lot of money and they get their money's worth.
Yes.
I will say, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Always have been, always will be. And I acknowledge, honestly, everything you've said. And I'll even throw one more in there. The Switch 2. They did such a blatantly anti-consumer thing. You cannot plug it into anything but the Switch 2 dock.
Yeah.
You cannot buy a third-party dock because it uses proprietary things that it's literally, Linus Tech Tips made a whole video about it, and it's just it's absurd. It's absurd. Any other company, if PlayStation did that, they would be crucified.
They're very, very anti-consumer.
Yeah. And as a guy who's very pro-consumer, it conflicts with it's a thing that I have to wrangle with, because they truly are. I don't agree with their business practices really at all, honestly. But they make some of my favorite things.
But they make good games.
They make a lot of good games, but at the same time, it feels like every decision they make is like, why? Like, when they announced that they were putting like Game Boy Advance and Nintendo 64 on Nintendo Switch Online, they didn't just put it on there. They had to like give you another paid subscription tier to be able to access those ones. That was more expensive.
Yeah, it's just I hear a lot of people defend Nintendo, and like, I guess what it comes down to for me is like, why?
Yeah.
They don't care.
No,
you're not going to get anything out of it. Like, you can be critical of Nintendo. It's fine.
Well, and I think there's that, but also like they don't care is like, they don't really care about us, the gamer. They're not looking out for us.
No,
they just want our money. Just
not
like
anymore.
Every other company in the world.
Ever since Iwata left, I'd say that. Like, I think he was the one who really made Nintendo the golden idol that we all look up to.
Well,
Nintendo fanboys.
Even Iwata wanted to make Wii Sports a separate purchase. It was Reggie that pushed for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, even I remember when the Switch 2 was announced, and I got a little bit of pushback for it, but I just thought like, this even the release of the Switch 2 as a console just felt so like non-Nintendo. Like, Nintendo's always been about like pushing the boundaries in what they do, you know? Like, they went from the GameCube, where they were trying to compete, and they were just like, you know what? Let's go to the Wii. Let's do this crazy thing with motion controls. And then they went Wii U, and they're like, let's take a risk. Let's make this weird controller where, I mean, they fumbled that big time, but you know, they went for it. Let's make the Switch a hybrid console. And then they just went, let's make the Switch again. But everybody still like don't really say anything critical of Nintendo. Not everybody, of course. Like, you don't hear as much criticism of Nintendo as you do about Sony and Microsoft.
I think that argument specifically kind of falls apart when you look into like they made it the new 3DS XL. Like, that was a thing. It was just a 3DS that was slightly more powerful. They made they made the DSi, which is just a DS Lite with more stuff. Like, they kind of have a long history of just taking whatever thing is working right now and just sort of like doing a one-up version of it. Like, even the Game Boy Color, for example, you could go that far back. They just added color to the Game Boy.
I mean,
that was the only real difference.
Yeah, but that was a pretty major
SNES
jump.
to the NES.
The Game Boy Advanced SP. Yeah, like, it's...
Again, though, I did have the caveat of saying, like, after the GameCube. Because at that time, they were just directly competing with...
You can even make you can play Wii U games on the gamepad without even worrying about the TV. You can make an argument that the Switch was just, like, the evolution of that.
Yeah, but a fully hybridized system. Like, you still had to be within whatever.
Yeah, but
15
like
meters of
that would be the next logical step, is what I'm saying.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I would have liked Nintendo to do more than just.
I get it.
The Switch Pro, essentially.
Yeah. I think the hard thing is that they've kind of found the pinnacle, in my opinion, of what gaming is like a console that you can do everything with. It just feels like, but it feels like they're resting on their laurels. Like, when you say they found the pinnacle, they didn't even bother to look for anything beyond it.
I don't think they found the pinnacle. I think it's more like, we still have a ton of ideas for this thing that we currently have. It's just not powerful enough to do everything yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But like, to bring it back to your original point, I don't think that I think they get a lot of love, maybe unjustifiably, and they do ride a little bit of their past fame. I think that's a valid hot take, honestly. Like, what's the last new Nintendo IP?
Yeah. Splatoon? Yeah, I was going to say Splatoon.
ARMS?
What?
Oh, yeah, don't bring up ARMS. Don't bring up ARMS.
What's their last viable IP? They've kind of been resting on their laurels. Like, they're not innovating in the same way that they used to, and they're also anti-consumer. Yeah, they just don't. They fumble a lot, and they don't get called out in the same way. And anyone who does call them out comes off as like a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if
Nintendo,
I love,
Cole. Don't be mean to them.
If Nintendo didn't stick to like doing another Mario game or another Donkey Kong game,
that too.
They do what the other companies are being criticized for, and that's not having the same level of brand recognition that Nintendo has. Like, like Sony doesn't really have a mascot, really.
But
like,
they don't need the mascot. But besides that, going back to Mario, they released a new console with no new Mario game with it.
Which is crazy when you think about it.
Also, an actual Mario game.
Yeah,
well,
not Mario
Kart. Yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is basically a 2D Mario game.
I mean, kind of, but
game,
like,
by the way.
Here, I'll sneak in a hot take here. Mario is just a Donkey Kong spin-off.
I mean, technically, yes.
Technically, yeah. You ain't wrong, partner.
No, no, it's they're hand in hand. It's just like even the release of a new console, they didn't release along with their biggest mascot character, which is unusual, to say the least, and a little short-sighted.
Yep.
They're just very, very strange decisions that Nintendo makes all the time.
Well, I think it's strange that they're re-releasing these Switch 2 versions on Switch. Like the Wii U ones I can understand because, like, you know, those couldn't run on Switch. But like, you can play the Switch 1 versions of basically all the games they're re-releasing on Switch 2.
Yeah, it's a weird move.
Yeah. So it's very strange, and at full price.
Yeah,
like that's
so
the
like
other
they're
thing.
not padding out their release schedule with these releases because they're games that already exist and can run on the hardware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe Nintendo, they're not as cool as they once were. I mean, if they were cool, Jay would have a Nintendo Switch 2 by now.
I mean, we talked about that in the bonus episode. I was going to buy a Switch 2, and I looked at the release schedule, and like, honestly, I could see them not doing a direct till like September this year and get away with it because they basically have one game every month of the year.
Yeah.
Right.
And then and then they'll do their direct.
Yeah.
They'll announce essentially one like big IP game, and the rest of them are like remakes or ports over from another console. And everybody will be like, "Oh my God, Nintendo's done it again. I can't wait to play Elden Ring on my Switch 2.
Well, I mean, that also opens another can of worms. Like all of those games that like remakes or ports that people are probably excited for, how many of them do you think people will actually buy and play?
Yeah.
Like, I think about like Mother 3, right?
Which one? Sorry?
Mother 3?
Oh,
the one that like infamously.
Yeah.
Let me tell you exactly what would happen if Mother 3 got announced for Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo would announce it, people would get excited, then they would see the price as like $19.99, and then they would go, "I'm not paying $19.99 for a game that released on Game Boy Advance. I can just pirate it." Then why were you asking for it?
You know what, though? They wouldn't release it for $19.99. You know they wouldn't. They would release it for $49.99.
Well, the reason I say
$19.99
is because
they literally just had this happen.
Yeah, they released Fire Red Leaf Green for $19.99 USD.
Oh, they released two games for a little bit cheaper with small little differences between the two of them.
Yeah, they're Game Boy games.
Yeah, but you don't need to buy both of them.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Well,
yeah.
I don't see them doing that.
The thing with specifically the mother, I don't want to open a can of worms here.
Open the can.
It's too late. I've already opened it.
Open the can.
I don't think Pokemon, it makes sense for them to do that. It makes sense for them to put a little bit of effort to make a bit of cash off that, right? This is my shot to Mother fans across the world. There's a lot of them. There's not enough of them to justify Nintendo even paying attention to them in the West. It's like most. It's like
Reggie even like basically acknowledged playing the fan translation.
Yeah, he's like, we're not going to do it.
At that
no
point,
one,
yeah.
There's
at
like
that
10
point,
of you who there's like 10 of you who care about it. Yeah. Yeah. There's like 10 people who care about it, so we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 flopped.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I've never liked Metroid either. That's my other hot take before I move into my actual hot take. Cole, are you done spitting vitriol all over my beloved Nintendo?
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I
you
just
got it out of you.
I generally as my final thought, I just think Nintendo's a little uncool now.
Well,
they're a little less cool.
Sony's a little pretentious too. Don't worry.
I mean, they all are. But
let's be clear, he's a Sony fanboy.
Sony gets an appropriate amount of vitriol from the people. Yeah. Anyway, Mike, you're next.
Yes, my second hot take here, and I'm gonna also continue spitting some fire about a franchise I love so much, and it's also featured on Nintendo hardware. I'm talking about Pokemon. Okay.
Oh, you're coming in with some. Okay, all right,
some anti-Pokemon hot takes here. Okay,
I'm here for it.
There are a lot of people in this world who think that the original Pokemon games, Red and Blue and Yellow, or even Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and I would even, to a lesser degree, include the Game Boy Advance games, like the trilogy of the first 3 games, they're flawless in their minds. These are the perfect Pokemon experiences. This is the best games. They are the reasons why Pokemon exists, and it is the ultimate versions of these games. And I would put forward that honestly, those games kind of suck. In hindsight, they at the time were good games, but when you play it in a modern sense, like it's. So what happened recently was a coworker of mine. I showed her how to play Pokemon Emerald on her phone, and she's playing through Pokemon Emerald, and she's just like, "Man, I don't remember this. I don't remember this element of it. I don't remember that part of it." And I really think like a lot of people have like their nostalgia glasses are just so strong, and including me. Like I still play these games and still enjoy them. But like, if you were to give Pokemon Emerald to a 7-year-old boy today, I think there ain't a chance in the world he's making it through that game. I think that honestly, they're a product of their time, and I don't think that they like. I guess a good example is people are playing through Fire Red, Leaf Green right now, and kind of like, do you just see people consistently pointing out lots of the flaws that are in those games and the original Game Boy games? Like, for example, like even the moves all, like if you wanted to use like a water move, was it water physical back in the day, or was it special?
Water was special.
How it worked. There you go, special.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they're better now. Don't get me wrong. I think the Switch Pokemon games are the worst generation of Pokemon games.
Pokemon peaked with the DS. I
genuinely think so. I genuinely agree, is what I'm saying here.
I think Black and White are great. Like I think Gen 5 is the best generation of Pokemon. Because it streamlines basically every problem someone has with the first 4 generations, and it hasn't gotten to the point where you're complaining about the Switch generation of Pokemon. It's the perfect in between.
I think Diamond
and Pearl suck. Never play Diamond and Pearl. Platinum is the best version of Sinnoh.
Play Platinum. Unless you would need to kill a Blissey, in which case your Walcha health bar go down very, very slowly. But that's just a minor nitpick. I think that Pokemon is best enjoyed in dual screen, and I just think my real hot take here is that the original 3 games are vastly overrated. That's the hot take I wanted to come in here with, because I feel like that's the spiciest version of this take. I feel like a lot of people acknowledge that the Switch Pokemon games are kind of, I don't know, they just lack some of the magic of Pokemon.
I think every Pokemon game kind of gets overlooked. Like basically all of the Gen 4 games are slow as molasses. Like you kind of alluded to the Blissey thing. They are just like, they're ridiculously slow. And I don't know if it's because they were still figuring out the hardware of the DS or what, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver kind of alleviate that, but it's still like I played Soul Silver recently, and then I went to Fire Red when that came out, and like the difference in speed and like response like response
Those
to the
are
game
other-
is so different.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver and other games that get slobbered on by fans. Like, people love those games. And they're good. Don't get me wrong. But, like, best game of all time? I don't know about that, friend. I don't know about that.
Who's saying that?
A lot of people really
oh my
love
God.
Heart
A
Gold
lot,
and Soul Silver.
a lot of people consider Heart Gold and Soul Silver like the best Pokemon games ever. They're not.
Mm.
The level curve in Johto is atrocious. Like,
Listen,
why am
I
I
love Johto. But I will acknowledge, it's the one that hooked me when I first played Pokemon. I played Blue on my cousin's deep Game Boy, and then the first one I ever got myself was Gold. And yeah, Johto is BS. Like, it is stupid.
Why?
It honestly is.
Why would I?
Yeah.
Why am I like level 35 fighting a level 17 trainer? What, like?
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing?
Why do I need to grind killing Pidgeys for 14 hours just to be able to beat this gym leader? They're just, honestly, the original Pokemon games are poorly designed games. And at the time, we had never seen anything like them before, so they got a pass. And they were such a unique and interesting concept that they literally, like, Pokemon Brain's a thing. Like, people genuinely, like, gacha gaming probably wouldn't exist if Pokemon didn't exist. Cole has raised his hand. What?
I have a hot take about Pokemon. I just want to.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay, get it out.
Oh,
Get it out
no.
quick.
Pokemon
God.
peaked with Arceus.
Like Legends Arceus?
Legends
Yeah.
Arceus?
That was the best
Honestly,
Pokemon game.
I kind of get it. That is definitely a hot take. It's
They-
probably the only good Switch Pokemon game, is what I
They
would say.
did
is my
something
take.
different. They did something different with it. It actually worked out. It was a lot of fun. And that's coming from me, Pokemon
Yeah.
hater extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they learned nothing from it.
Yeah.
But
And
again,
then they just
that
went
game-
back.
That game falls into the same camp as the open world stuff. Like, it incentivizes you to catch them all, which I get it. It's the point of the franchise. It
It's
was the
Pokemon,
tagline for
yeah.
Gens 1 to 3.
Yeah.
But, like, how many people do you talk to that played Pokemon actually, like, went through the games and caught every single Pokemon?
Very few.
Yeah.
It's actually, like, impossible for the most part.
But like I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right, but,
I
like,
never
to-
went into
to get-
Pokemon like wanting to catch everything. I'd
No,
never
no,
cared
I know
about filling out my decks.
but that's my point. Like, to beat Arceus with like 100%, and I mean 100% is like you get an additional story boss if you catch everything.
Yeah. I'll say that the thing that Legends Arceus does that kind of alleviates the open world issues is that the open worlds are quite small and contained. Like, you basically have to choose a zone you go to, and you just go on an adventure in that zone, and you come back to the home base. It's almost like you have it's almost like the route structure of the old Pokemon games, but like kind of fixed a little bit. It gives you a little taste of the open world stuff, kind of like Sword and Shield. I think Sword and Shield get a lot of hate for just having the wild area as the only open world area. I don't think that, in hindsight, I don't mind that actually. Give me an open world area to go to.
For the fact that there is no national dex. And honestly, like, did we need one? Do we need a national dex?
No, I've never agreed with the national dexers, honestly. Yeah.
What's a national
like,
dex?
You
Explain
used to
that
be
to
able
me.
to catch every single Pokemon in the game.
Like like 1,000 Pokemon?
Yeah. And
That's-
then for Sword and Shield, they made it so that like in the game it was not an option anymore.
They
There's certain
streamlined
Pokemon
it.
that just weren't in the game. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just some Pokemon just weren't in that game, period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And people were
And
very upset about
they-
that because at that point it was got to catch them all.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah.
I don't know. Pokemon's funny.
It is a
It's a
funny
very-
franchise.
it's a very funny
Don't get me
franchise.
wrong. I love Pokemon so much. I'm literally playing through X and or Y right now, and it's I'm having a time with it.
It's just a
Never liked
grand
X and
old
Y.
time.
Yeah, never liked X and Y too much. I'm
Yeah.
forcing my way through it though. But let's get to our penultimate of the hottest of takes here. Jay Gardy and Sama. What's your- maybe we'll leave our last ones as a speed round, just quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I have a hot take. I'm gonna do my last one second, just because I feel like the second one would be a better speed round. A lot of recently, people look at reviews and they will look for the number and they'll go, oh, it's not a 10 out of 10. It must not be that good.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard people like say like, oh, we like Nintendo needs to release a once in a generation game soon. And like, I hear that and it's like, are you listening to yourself? What they need to put out a once in a generation game. What? You think they just like crank those out on like like
they got a tree in the back. They just pick the once in generation game off the game tree.
Yeah.
Or like it or like they're like just like the 10 out of 10 thing. Like I played Ghost Yote and I love Ghost Yote. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I'd still recommend it to people. It's good. It's a good game.
Well, everyone's looking for perfection, I think. And perfection is not possible.
It's not really a thing.
I think it comes down to boil it down, I think it comes down to nostalgia. Because when you were playing a kid, or when you were playing games as a kid, every game was a 10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
And now we're looking for that. But like as you get older, you're a little your palate's a little bit more refined. You're a little more discerning. You're not going to find that 10 out of 10 anymore, and that's okay.
Well, I mean, like people, like if like I don't know, if game review sites review a game and it's like an 8 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it must be a bad game then. An 8 out of 10. That's an 80%. That's a great score.
Are people actually saying that? I feel like I've never that seems like a crazy statement.
I don't think people would say it's a bad game. I think people would say, oh, it's a mid game.
Yeah.
If I saw, or not me, but if somebody saw an 8 out of 10, they'd be like, it's probably okay. It's like 8 out of 10 is like that's pretty good.
That's a good that's a great score.
Yeah. It's
you get 80% on a test. You're flying. You're doing pretty good.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah.
Even a 7. People
I
be like,
would say that like part of this honestly is just kind of like I could turn it into my bigger take on like review culture.
Yeah.
And like kind of social media as a whole is that it kind of that culture of game needs to be a 10 out of 10 and reviewed by some third party before I even will partake in it. That's such a stupid way to approach anything. Like, why would you only watch things that people say are good? Why don't you try something for yourself and figure it out? And I just think it just, you're letting somebody else curate your world and your experience and giving you preconceptions of what you're going to, you're only enjoying things that people tell you to enjoy. Like that makes no sense. That's crazy to me.
Or like, if you look at, like, if you're going to go to a review, listen to like what they say about the game, because like maybe they'll give it an 8 out of 10, but like maybe the issues they have with the game is something that you're okay with and actually excited for.
Yeah,
right. Like
because a review has its place. It's to give you an idea of what you're getting into, right? That's
really,
what I would go to them for.
Really, I think the moral of the story here is the only reviews that are worth anything are the reviews done by AniPro.
That's right.
Those ones should be taken as gospel. Also, inverse to Jay's point here, a game doesn't need to be a 10 out of 10 to be good. And just because a game is a 10 out of 10 does not mean that it's good as well.
For you, is what
For you. A 10 out of 10 rating was given to that game by one person at that company. IGN didn't give the game a 10 out of 10. That reviewer gave that game a 10 out of 10. So again, it goes back to what Jay just said. Listen to the whole review. Don't just skip to the end and see what the score is. Listen to the review, ingest it, and then make your decision based off of that. Yeah. And then play the game. That's ultimately what's going to make the decision for whether or not you think that game's going to be good. Or don't. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just because a game is a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy it, because it might not. Well, just because you might not like it.
Just because some random guy gives a game a 10 out of 10 on some third party site doesn't mean that it's that you have to agree with that take.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. It's just a take. It's one
guy's
guy's opinion.
Take from some dude.
Yeah. It's that's what this whole podcast is too. It's all coming full circle, baby.
I mean, ultimately, mask off. if you agree with our takes, great. But ultimately, we're just 3 idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, the mask wasn't even on, Cole. I hate to tell you. It's pretty apparent.
I try to at least it's one of those they got the string on the back. That's it's not a nice mask.
It's
like
just
one of those hard
nose.
plastic masks that we used to have for Halloween.
The screen mask, yeah.
But
no, I think it's I think a lot of people, like Jay was kind of getting at, I do think a lot of people put so much weight on the actual number.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just there's so much, I know when we were coming up with our AniPro rating system and how we were going to score reviews, Jay put up a lot of pushback on actually having a number.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with him on that the number is stupid, but it's also it's just the easiest way to distill down a lot of nuance that you can't possibly capture and expect people to quickly and instantly look at. So the number is a useful thing, but it doesn't tell even it's like the ultimate distillery losing all nuance and it almost loses its value.
That's why I like our rating system being phrases rather than a number, because with a phrase you can I would consider it okay. So it's not a great thing, but it's worth checking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Whereas a 3 out of 5, intuitively you see a 3 out of 5 and you're like, oh, that must be bad. Right?
Yeah.
Like a 6 out of 10, oh, that's got to be a brutal game or a brutal anime. But the way that we review it, consider it is check it out. I think to boil down this hot take, I think it's just people put too much weight on these ratings that are ultimately given to a game at the end of the review rather than
how do they come up
what the review is.
Well, what's the criteria for what the number is at the end? Right?
Mm-hmm.
IGN never really says oh, if it has X, Y, or Z, there's a point. There's 1 point on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's just a number they just pull out of the ether. That's why everything at IGN is a 7.
Yeah.
Because it's
same reason why almost everything on my Annie list is a 7.
7 it was good. 7 is good.
Yeah.
But you could just say good.
Yeah. Because really the scale kind of starts at 5. And to be real with you.
I mean,
if it's below a 5, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Unless you're Demon Slayer, then you're a 3 out of 10.
1 through 5 is the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
No one's getting. IGN gave it a 3 just to give the appearance that they actually.
No, they gave it a 3 for the people to give it headlines. Is what if you give something a real low score, it's for the headlines a lot of the time, unless it's real bad.
Yeah. Well, speed round.
Yeah, sure. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, I got a quick one. This was one that I actually found on Reddit. But I agree with it. Many gamers let their strive for ultimate graphics performance get in the way of actually enjoying the game. Turn off the FPS overlay. It's like everything is an over-concerning benchmark competition. Yeah, people are just too fixated on ensuring that they have 500 FPS. So they've got the little thing in the corner to make sure that their PC is running at optimal performance to ensure that there's no just play the game. Play the goddamn game.
Just to make sure that no frames are being dropped whatsoever.
Yeah. Play the game. Yeah. It's fine. You know,
we don't need to micromanage the under the hood.
Yeah, it's a little extreme.
Imagine
also,
you're driving a car and you have a thing on a camera of your under the hood or of your engine as you're playing or as you're driving your car. There's a gauge and you'll be able to tell if something's wrong. You don't need to go into so much detail.
Yeah, if your game's dropping from 120 FPS to 110, and the only way that you notice that is because you can physically see the number go down on your screen. Sorry, man. You're in too deep.
Yeah.
Honestly, I get the argument for 60 FPS. You can kind of notice, but honestly, 30 is the minimum, really.
30's fine. If it's totally a consistent fine. 30.
Yeah. Honestly.
And that's the thing. Like if it dips and it's like, like 12 frames per second when it's supposed to be running at 30, then yeah, that like I get that.
But that's noticeable. Like that's a noticeable dip.
Exactly.
Like I don't need an overlay to tell me that I'm losing frames at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. If look, I can tell when a game turns into a slideshow.
I can see that.
Clear.
Yeah. I don't need to make sure like, oh, I'm losing frames. I gotta adjust my graphics settings.
Yeah.
Just play the game. Play the game. If it's running smooth, then you're fine. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. That's my final hot take though. Mike.
Yeah, my final quick hot take here is that people always dunk on recycling old content. We even did it on this episode a little bit with Nintendo talking about how they recycle their old content to oblivion. It's not a bad thing, honestly. Give people what they want. People want remakes. People want to play their favorite game in a brand new shiny coat of paint. Why not give them what they want and also make some money while doing it? And honestly, at the end of the day, the people who want to play it are super excited to play their favorite game again. And the people who don't want to play it, we're never going to buy it anyway. So I like Resident Evil 4 remake number 10 or whatever they ended up putting out, or Final Fantasy 7 remake, like they've been making a huge thing out of that and it's been highly critically praised. But then you'll hear the same people say out of the other side of their mouth that like, oh, they just keep recycling these old concepts. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Remakes are good.
There is a difference though between like Final Fantasy 7 remake and like most other remakes out there, just because like Final Fantasy 7 remake is a completely different game from Final Fantasy 7 the original.
Yeah,
like
it's just called remake.
I will be clear. I said remakes are good, not remasters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I know. Realistically, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are pretty much the same game as Gold and Silver, just like modernized, literally remade.
Yeah. I would still call those remakes because they completely changed the graphics and added quite a bit to it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Though, like,
on the other
Final
hand,
Fantasy 7 remake is like a completely different game altogether.
Yes.
The gameplay is completely different. The story has some differences. They completely.
It really is a remake in name only. Literally.
It basically is just the story, honestly.
Yeah. But even that,
so
it deviates.
What were you trying to get at, though, Jay?
Sorry, Cole. Were you?
Oh, I thought he was going to ask me what I was going to say. Because on the other hand,
I was getting at like saying Final Fantasy 7 remake was critically acclaimed, so like remakes are a good thing. They're not all like the same. They all don't have that same amount of effort put into them.
Yeah, I guess what I would say is like if I know you, so I can give you an example that is going to speak to your heart. If they announce a Tales of the Abyss remake and it's essentially the same game but with better graphics, modern graphics, and some modern quality of life improvements, you're still going to be stoked, aren't you?
Yes, but so I'm not against like putting old software onto modern hardware. If you can't already do that. The only point I'm trying to make is like when I was talking about Mother 3, for example, I was more looking at how people were going to react to it rather than the game itself.
Okay.
I feel like we're both confused now.
I'm kind of confused at this point. Yeah. Anyway, we stumped ourselves with this last hot take here. Cole, do you have anything you want to say before we move to Jay's the take of the episode?
I was just going to say remakes are okay. Re-releases, if they're released at like an appropriate price, are fine. It's when a game is re-released at a full price that I find predatory.
Yeah.
Well,
that's my final thing.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like kind of how the Switch was for like the first while there, where where they're just basically giving you the same games that were on the Wii U, but like on the Switch.
Yeah. Or the Switch 2 upgrades at full price when you could just plunk in your Switch.
Most of them will have like a discount on the Switch 2 upgrade if you have the game already, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Jay, take us home, baby.
We are in a culture where DLC is frequent. And basically when you buy a game, you basically have the whole game right at the start. And then DLC, whatever you could unlock will come with DLC that you purchase. Why can't we just unlock things anymore? Why are all the unlockables behind a paywall? When Smash Ultimate came out, you could still unlock characters. Yeah, there was DLC, but like the unlockables were great. We didn't start with the full roster of guys. We had to work for that. That's fun.
Work for it. Yeah, but now you can work for it literally toil away in the real world and then give them money to get the game. To get the remainder of the game.
Because then that gives them an excuse to release a game unfinished and then finish it later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. I've noticed more recently that they are kind of going away from that. Like paid DLC isn't necessarily as much of a thing as it was, say, like in 2015.
I think that they've kind of just.
It's still not ideal.
Cole, I'm gonna throw you a bone. You know who's doing that lately?
Who?
Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, basically, all of their
they're behind the curve on everything. Yeah.
All of their sports games, for example, they'll release like the most bare bones sports game you have ever seen in your life, and then like very slowly, drip feed, like you're a hamster going for water at the water bottle, and you're just like,
please, I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's becoming better, but I'm concerned about it becoming worse again. Yeah. Why can't the game just have unlockables that you just unlock organically rather than having to pay for it?
Yeah. I think there's a way you do both. I think honestly, like you can pay for things, but like still give me enough content in the game that I don't feel like I'm like. The problem with buying new games nowadays a lot of times is that I just feel like I'm buying a beta version of a game and they're going to release the final version in like a year. And I'm like, why would I just not wait?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like make the game feel complete before you release the DLC.
Yeah. Also, one just little mini one.
What? Are we having 10 hot takes in this episode?
No, I just got one little. Bring
the
back
top
cheat
10
codes.
Hottest takes.
Oh yeah, bring back cheat codes. That's
bring
not a
back
hot
cheat
take.
codes. Bring back cheat codes. I want to go into the menu, put in a funny little cheat code, and then be invincible. It's fun. I miss that.
Yeah. Bring back silliness to games.
Yeah,
silliness.
Give me big head mode.
Silliness.
Give me big head mode.
Give me slappers only.
Slappers only. DK mode. Yeah. No one plays Odd Job. No odd jobs.
No,
let me play as Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2 for shits and giggles.
What a deep cut. Can you do that?
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah. Only for fun.
The Mary Jane
sequences. No seriousness is allowed.
Mary Jane sequences sucked.
No. Hold on. I think you misunderstand me. Let me play as Mary Jane like in the Spider-Man segments. So like you're swinging around as Mary Jane.
Yeah. Make it feel like modders do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see that with mods. Put that in the game. Make it goofy.
Yeah. Like let me
make
put in
Mary
a cheat
Jane
code.
be a skin for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
But that's all of our hot takes. Let us know your hot takes, video game hot takes, in the comments below. We do have reviews coming up eventually. Our next review is an anime, just one anime. It's called Now and Then, Here and There. That sounds like a list. It is not a list. That is one.
Oh, actually,
singular.
no, we swapped that.
Oh,
it's actually
did.
Evangelion. next.
You're
You forgot
right.
to change your script.
Yes. I'm sorry. It is Neon Genesis Evangelion. We did an Audible last week, just because this was the listener's choice. So we kind of want to just put that up front. Neon Genesis Evangelion will be our next review. Our next manga review is Botan Kamiina, Fully Blossoms When Drunk. So look forward to those. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juzz, Mog, Uncle of Light, Saffron, Genus 26, and Taco. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. We're also on social media, AniPro Pod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the... I was doing so well.
You're so close.
Links to everything is in the description or at our website, anipropod.com. I'm going to lead us in a round of bye-byes here.
Take it, big guy.
I'm going to exorcise all of your demons because I'm a pro at exorcisms now.
You're an extra pro?
So everything that's been bothering you, it's all gone. It's gone. There it goes.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Whoa. My back doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.